President Xi Jinping has called for accelerating the development of Hainan into a free trade port with Chinese characteristics and global influence, and positioning Hainan as a paradigm of reform and opening up in the new era, and a shining Chinese model in the world. Standing at the forefront of China's reform and opening up, the Hainan Free Trade Port, FTP, shoulders a new mission in the new era. The third plenary session of the 20th Central Committee of the Communist Party of China, CPC, stressed accelerating the construction of the Hainan Free Trade Port as a major reform goal. Each step forward by the FTP represents a concrete move by China to embrace the world with open arms. The Hainan FTP covers the whole of Hainan Island. With a total area of 34,000 square kilometers, it is the largest free trade port in the world. It offers clear policy advantages including low tax rates with dual 15% income tax caps for high caliber, urgently needed professionals, and for enterprises in encouraged industries. Boasting China's first negative list for cross-border trade and services and the shortest negative list for foreign investment, the Hainan FTP is a more convenient place to engage in trade and investment. As a result of greater openness in transportation in Hainan, the number of international ships now registered at Yangpu Port of China has reached 46, ranking second nationwide in tonnage for registered international ships. Cross-border capital flow is more efficient thanks to the FTP's Multifunctional Free Trade Account (EF) account system, which facilitates global business operations. Visiting Hainan is also easier. Ordinary passport holders from 59 countries can now enter the province without a visa. Cross-border data flow trials are progressing steadily, with the China Mobile Hainan-Hong Kong submarine cable now put into operation. A ship needs to maintain stability to sail far on the ocean. The promulgation and implementation of the Hainan Free Trade Port Law of the People's Republic of China has provided solid legal safeguards for the development of the Hainan FTP. The Hainan FTP is accelerating the development of a modern industrial system spearheaded by tourism, modern services, high-tech industry, and high-efficiency tropical agriculture. It is leveraging its advantages in temperature, ocean depth, geographic latitude, and ecological environment to build a key practice site for new quality productive forces. The Nanfan Agricultural Silicon Valley has been responsible for cultivating over 70% of China's crop varieties. Major marine technology and equipment represented by the Fendoja Striver Deep-Sea Manned Submersible were introduced in Hainan. The Wenchang Space Launch Center, China's southernmost low-latitude coastal space launch site, is where the Chinese space station, Tianwen-1 Mars Probe, and Chang'e 5 spacecraft were successfully launched. Also located in Wenchang is China's first commercial space launch site, capable of handling domestic and international rocket launches. In its effort to create a clean energy island, Hainan is expanding offshore wind power and hydrogen production and speeding up the development of internationally competitive green energy supply chains. Standing at the intersection of the Chinese mainland and Southeast Asia, two of the world's most dynamic markets, and facing the Pacific and Indian Oceans, the Hainan FTP is leveraging its unique geographic strength to make itself an important hub for domestic and international dual circulation. It is rapidly evolving into a headquarters base for Chinese enterprises to enter overseas markets, and a headquarters base for enterprises from countries and regions overseas to enter the Chinese market. Consumer spending is thriving with the buying and selling globally model exemplified by the China International Consumer Products Expo, held for 4 consecutive sessions since 2021, and Hainan's offshore duty-free shopping policy. The Boao Lucheng International Medical Tourism Pilot Zone has implemented a zero-tariff policy on medical products, creating a key pathway for medicines and medical devices piloted in the zone to enter the broader Chinese market. The Lingshui Lian International Education Innovation Pilot Zone has attracted 22 renowned domestic and international institutes of higher learning. Hainan Bielefeld University of Applied Sciences, the first university in the Chinese mainland independently operated by an overseas institution, has officially begun enrolling students. From 2018 to 2023, the Hainan FTP registered an average annual growth of 65% in the number of newly established overseas invested enterprises, and a 22.2% annual increase in imports and exports, making Hainan one of China's fastest growing provinces. Its economy has become more foreign trade oriented, with its foreign trade to GDP ratio increasing from 15.8% in 2018 to 36.7% in 2023.
With that possibility of having a free port, of course, more intensive trade and economic relationship could be established between Hainan and the other parts of the region. That means particularly Southeast Asia. And that will be a big bonus for us to have that possibility to cooperate with China direct.
Well, I've heard excellent news about not only what you've achieved already, but your plans for the future, and for your plans for stepping up trade in financial and professional services, healthcare, life sciences, and it just makes sense for us to work with Hainan as an extraordinarily enterprising and open economy that is facing outwards as well as inwards, and I hope we can do more together.
Avec son port de libre-échange à la pointe du progrès, Hainan, la plus jeune province de la Chine, avance à pas de géant en contribuant à ouvrir davantage la Chine au monde et le monde à la Chine.
Hainan's door will only open wider as the free, open, and inclusive FTP continues to bloom with fascinating development. With vigorous enthusiasm, Hainan is writing its brilliant chapter on Chinese modernization. Opportunities in Hainan are opportunities for the whole world. The Hainan FTP looks forward to working with you for a better world and boundless possibilities.